So, welcome everyone to another wonderful edition of Team Marble Avengers New Members Call. These calls are specifically designed to be very relatively shorter calls, and they're really designed to, um, if you're a new member, to get you started off on the right foot, and if you're a member looking to maybe find some tips on how to grow an organization or different things like that, this is the place to be, and this is where you can ask questions and get all that information. So, first thing I do want to do is always, like everybody, we always want to get into a habit of telling our stories and introducing ourselves. So, my name is Stephen Crawford. I have been an Herbalife member for 2.5 years, coming up on 3 years. Before Herbalife, I was an ex-college athlete, a professional athlete, and didn't really believe in nutrition. Started taking my nutrition seriously, and my body has changed drastically over the last 2.5, going on 3 years. If anybody ever gets a chance to go check out the transformation, it's kind of crazy to see what the body can achieve when you actually, start feeling it properly. And you never know how bad you felt until you actually start to feel good, is what they always used to tell me. So that, in a nutshell, is the introduction. Now, what we're going to be discussing today is really how to set yourself up powerfully each and every month. And we're talking about declarations, and we're going to talk about limiting beliefs and different things like that. And the first part of this is really for the brand new person or for the newer person, and it is about limitations. And one thing that I really have gotten clear as far as Herbalife goes, you can do as much or as little as you want. And when I say that, I'm saying that you can qualify for everything. You can, you can make as much money as you want, and all of this stuff, but you can also not make, any money, and you can also just enjoy the products. So you have to actually get clear each and every month what your goal is and what you want to accomplish. And if you don't have a goal for the month, it's kind of just like you're going through the motions. And when you go through the motions in anything, it's no progression being made. But you got to understand, it's either progression or regression, and we're not trying to go backwards. So you always have to be shooting for something, or you're just kind of in limbo, and nobody wants to just stay in limbo because life is moving. So guess what happens if you're standing in the same spot? You're getting left behind. So you always want to make sure that every single month that you're chasing a goal. So with that being said, if you're brand new, or even if you're not brand new and you're still in the mindset of doing little and piece by piece, understand this: you always want to aim for higher than anything that you ever done. When I first came into this business, and they told me, my first month I did 4,500 volume points to reach supervisor, and then after that they said you can't declare anything less than that unless you actually have months to where you do under that, because you've already done that. So it's up to you to always aim high and shoot for the stars. So if you're just joining it, or if you're a member, or if you're listening to this and you're a senior consultant and you're like, okay, I want to get qualified producer by July or by May, or you're saying if you don't feel like you can do whatever it is in that month, then then what you're essentially really saying is you don't really believe that you can work hard enough to actually do the 500 volume points, or you don't think you actually are, you don't believe in yourself enough to do 1,000 volume points or 2,500 volume points. It's all about a belief. It's no matter what it is. I'm telling you guys, it's all about confidence and belief in yourself. Once you actually get that, it's going to be contagious. I can tell you, I've seen some people in this business do a lot of volume. I've seen some of the same people do no volume. And the difference is the confidence that they have in themselves. I can tell you guys this: all the players that are in the NBA are talented. I'm going to say most of them. Most of the guys in the NBA are talented. When they in any sport, most of the guys are really talented, and they got to where they're at, by practicing, and they got where they're at by by being in, drills and camps and, being scouted and different things like that. But when it comes to the time for, a game, why do you think a guy only gets like 6 or 7 minutes a game? Why do you think a guy never gets in the game? It's because he lacks confidence once he actually is time to perform. He can be the most talented. He could be the most, the best shooter or the best passer or, the most athletic person on the team. But if he lacks the confidence to do what he did while he was practicing, then it don't even matter. Some of us can sit on every call and take all the notes and get as much information as we want to, but when it's time to hit the streets or when it's time to get on the phones and we just like don't do anything that we've practiced or we don't do anything that we've actually took the time to learn, then it's like you might as well not even know it. You're sitting there, you're riding the bench while everybody else is in the game. And it may be somebody in the game who's doing amazing and they don't even know half as what you know. There may be somebody in the game that's absolutely killing it, and you're like, well, I'm way better than this person. But it all comes down to the amount of confidence that you have in yourself, what you think you can accomplish. And I'll tell you guys the difference between threads. And I'm not going to talk about our thread in specifically because I'm in several different threads, but I'm a tab team member, which stands for Top Achievers in the Business, right? I'm in a thread for that with in Garen Jones's tab team. I'm also in a thread for our local supervisors, and the difference is this: I posted in our personal supervisors chat. I posted the countdown thing for the vacation tracker. I posted it, right? In our group, I think we may have had 2 people that were excited. Kylando always excited to try and turn up for a promotion, and also their downline Kylie. And nobody else, people will look at it, but it's like we don't get excited for a promotion. We don't get excited that Herbalife is saying you can earn a free trip for you and your family to go to Disney, and they gonna pay for you. This ain't like a Super Friends promotion where you got to cover your flight. On these, Herbalife gives you money for your flight, gives you money for travel. They give you everything. You don't really pay for anything. So what you're essentially saying is you're not even excited enough to work for that. It's January. They're going to probably give us at least 2 double volume months. So if you're a member right now, I would suggest that you work and say, hey, I'm getting supervisor this month so I can qualify for this vacation. It is not far-fetched. Don't ever think you can't do anything. You listen to Super Mario. Super Mario will tell you he came into the business. He qualified for the Dominican Republic vacation in 6 months from being a member. It's only saying that I want to do it. I want to get everything that's being offered to me. And if you're a supervisor right now, all you have to be like, oh man, we get to go to Disney, the resort. Oh, I can't even imagine how that's going to be. What do I have to do? All I got to do is, do some volume and get people healthy and build an organization. And they're going to send me to, Florida for free. Especially y'all with kids, a family vacation for free. Some of us ain't never been out of the state that we live in. But Herbalife is going to take us out for free. And we don't even get excited about that. I look in the local leadership out here in the IE, the thread, it was like 2 people that were excited. But you know what? When it was posted in my tab team group, my phone was boop, 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 buzzing. Everybody excited. Everybody turned up, talking about how fast they're going to get it done, how excited they're going to be for their kids to finally get to go because they always wanted to take their kids to Disneyland. Every single person in there, it was like 15, 16 people in there, all excited about being able to qualify for a free vacation. It's all in the mindset. How successful you are is really going to be determined by your mental. How well you think that you're going to do. If you're focusing on how hard it's going to be, then it's going to be hard forever. If you're focusing on nobody will buy from you, if you're focusing on I can't get results, guess what? If you've ever watched The Secret or read The Secret or listened to The Secret lets you know, And you can be as least superficial as you want to, but the power of the universe is so real. And I can pretty much guarantee you that, because I mean, I've had way too many affirmations and to know that, you know, the power of the universe is not real. It is very much real, because so much, our mind is so powerful, we don't even really know. If you're sitting there and you just sign up and you're telling yourself, man, how do I get this 500, 500 volume points for my next promotion? It's going to be hard. Well, if you say that, then it's going to be hard. Why do you think we do declarations? Why do you guys think that I harp on you about having declarations? It's not just so we have a pretty picture for some people to like. The things that you think about and the things that you say are what happen. It's called speaking it into existence. I know some of us have heard that before. But if you're speaking negativity, if you're speaking, you know, times are hard, don't ever say times are hard. Just saying, I'm going through a time right now where I'm earning the opportunity to get better. If you're saying nobody will join you, then nobody will ever join you. Switch that around. Say, I'm just still waiting on people to see the vision. Somebody gonna see it. And like, I remember Mariah had a time she was like, I'm going to get 2 people to this next event. Guess what though? If only 1 person shows up, that's better than her ever saying she wasn't gonna get anybody, because now she's working for something, and then 1 person will show up. And guess what? One time that 1 person that shows up can mess around and change your whole business. But if you ain't shooting for that, you ain't gonna work for it. It's never gonna happen if you don't think about it. So you have to get into a position to tell yourself, listen, I told myself, like I told you guys on the Sunday call, I am in a position to where I want to have positive thoughts throughout the day. I at least want to end my day and start my day with nothing but positive thoughts, positive affirmations. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And nothing negative has to enter my mind, because if it doesn't enter my mind, it will never come out of my mouth. So this is like more so for everybody. Whatever you think you can do, you can do. Y'all think it's crazy, because I'm watching Kylie in Orlando, right? You know, and I'm just going to use this example just because of what they said on the call on Sunday. Is their goal was 2,500 volume points by the 15th. I've seen them not declare anything and just kind of do, you know, a 1,500, 2,500 volume points, you know, just barely squeaking over 2,500 to end the month. I've seen that. But when they start speaking goals into existence, that's why they're on the top volume. That's why they're about to hit 2,500. They probably hit it today. If they ain't hit it today, they probably hit it tomorrow. But why do they do that? Because that's their goal. They probably have it written down, or they talk about it every day. The goal is 2,500 volume points by the 15th. That's their goal. Some of us are like, I'm going to do 2,500 volume points this month. And that month ain't even halfway over with. I mean, we are going into, you know, the 14th, which is not really 14 days for us because we started on the 4th. So we're really going into like 10 days into the month. And you have to tell yourself, where do you want to be at the halfway point? Where are you going to be satisfied? Are you going to be satisfied with 200 volume points? You know, if you are, that's fine. But if you're telling yourself you want to go on these vacations, and if you're telling yourself you want to put yourself in the position to get people in the business and motivated, you yourself cannot set your standards as low as to say, I'm going to do my 2,500 volume points this month. If you guys were out here like Super Mario and Garen and all of the leaders, they would never let you say that, because those are minimums. So you're shooting for a minimum. Like I always tell y'all, it's like some of us go to school and we're like, I just want to get a C. That's it. I'm going to get a C this semester. That's my goal, because that's the average. That's the minimum to pass a class. Or even if the minimum to pass class was a D, you shooting for a D for the semester. Ouch. It's passing though. I still get to go on. Instead of saying, hey, listen, my goal, I want my 2,500 done by the 15th. if you're a supervisor. Or if you're a member saying, I want my next raise done by halfway through the month. Because that gives you something to shoot for every single day. And even if you don't get it, you're going to be better off than you were when you didn't declare anything. So today is all about I really want to get you guys in the mindset of believing what you can do. I'm telling you, if you had a negative thought about Herbalife today, it's going to happen again tomorrow. And it's going to happen again the next day. And all of a sudden you've missed days where people are looking for you, but they can't find you because you have the blinders on because you're being negative. I can't do this. I can't do that. Listen, if you tell yourself, you have to be your biggest fan and your biggest inspiration. So if you are doubting that you can change people's lives, what do you think people are going to think? If you're telling yourself you can't find people and somebody actually stumbles upon you, it's going to come across to them that you really can't do nothing to help them. Because that's the energy that you're putting out. So no matter if you do 0 volume points or no matter if you do 100,000 volume points, you have to have the same attitude. Because whenever you come across somebody, all they're looking for is the opportunity. And I think the biggest thing has to be consistency, because I know it sucks if you do 2 weeks of just being so positive and nobody, comes. And you're like, man, I was so on my game, and I had goals every single day, and nobody just would say yes. Guess what? Brian Holyfield had 9 months of people telling him no. Not one member for 9 months. And now he's 20K press team with Garen Jones as his front line. But he said he would always show up to the meetings. He would show up to his workout at the Culver City Stairs every single day, no matter if it was by himself. You have to be willing to do that. I had to do that for a long time. Show up when nobody else would show up. Be on calls talking to myself. I think I was talking one time. I was on a call talking to Rachel, just Rachel, while at a basketball game. Nobody else got on the call. But you still have to put yourself in a position to always show up. If you've ever said you've taken a week off, guess what? You set yourself back months. Because now you got to prove yourself over again to people that you can be consistent. How you going to get somebody on a plan? You can't even be consistent as a coach. Oh. Ouch. You want to change somebody's life, but you can't be consistent trying to change your life. Ouch. But that's as real as it's going to get in the company. You are going to get exactly what you give. And you got to prove it. Because this company going to give you everything that your life ever, the things in your life that you could never imagine. I've seen it. But you have to be willing to consistently give to the cause. You can't just take, or expect it to just fall. Volume points is going to fall out the sky. That only happens every so often. Somebody's looking for you. Other than that, it's a little bit of work that has to be done. All I'm giving you guys is inspiration and motivation to start 2016 off with a different mindset. That's all it is, because the opportunity is there. People wish they had this opportunity, but some people are just so stubborn and so stuck in their ways that they don't even take the chance because they're scared of what somebody's going to think about them. Listen, I don't care what anybody say about me. Look better than them and make more money than them. And if I don't, I got the opportunity to. So, hey, can't tell me anything. Why don't you put yourself in that position too, to where you're so, even if neither one of those things are the case, get somebody a result. Get one person a result and always look at that result. I posted Dakota today. Dakota's a coach on the team. She hasn't, done anything really in some months, but I see her result. Guess what? That's one life that is completely changed. How many people will go through their entire life never impacting anybody or changing anybody's life? So many people. There's so many people that go through lives and they never even touch or impact one life. And some of you on this call, if you've gotten one person to lose a little bit of weight, you've changed somebody's life. You've redirected somebody's life. If only for a moment or for a lifetime, we don't know. But that alone should be enough to say, hey, if I can change one person's life, how many more could I reach? Like, I think I was at a meeting and they said, Herbalife result is like armor forever. You can't, like I always tell you guys, why am I so adamant about this business and why do I believe it worked? Because my first client, my roommate, got lost almost 30 pounds his first month. 2.5 years later, if I would have never got another person healthy, you still can't tell me it don't work. Everybody just messed up because I saw it happen. So Herbalife works in my mind because I got one person, the result, amazing result. Not even myself. It was like somebody else. So this is a result-based business. And I was thinking to myself on the car ride over here, like, what is the biggest and I guess best way to become an amazing Herbalife distributor? And what's the best way to become an Herbalife business builder? And it's two different entities. Because you can be whatever. You can be a great, just distributor, do your retail, get results, whatever, that's fine. Or you can build an organization and you can build career level income. It's whatever you want to do. But in order to become an amazing Herbalife distributor, this is what you have to do. Focus on getting your results. You have to have results. And I'm not talking about the results you had a year ago when you signed up. I'm talking about you got to have always in your mind striving for a new result every single month. Every single month, even to this day, some people tell me to stop working out because I don't need to work out no more. Literally, people tell me that. But I'll say, listen, I got all kind of little tweaks and things that I'm trying to do in order to perfect things. And, if anything, I want to get more energy up throughout the day. I want to increase my stamina, whatever it is. I'm always talking about a product result. You are always going to see me posting pictures of, first and foremost, myself getting a product result every single month. Because one thing that I've learned in this business and in this life, people are going to only believe what they see. 2016 or this new generation of people, they're only going to believe what they see. You can talk till you blue in the face. You can make this long, extravagant, eloquent post. Nobody will read it, but they're going to look at the picture. Have you ever posted something and had in the description all the details, and somebody commented and they asked you everything that was already said in the detail in the description? Because they don't read it. Most people don't read it. They're looking at the picture. And they want to see if it's something that makes them read the post. Or they're looking at it and seeing if it's something that attracts them. So if you're posting a picture of a Herbalife stamp and it says, lose weight now, ask me how, they're scrolling right past it. They need what's going to catch your eye. What caught your eye? This is how you become a great distributor. And how you become a great Herbalife business builder, which is the other entity, which is the full-time income. It is consistently on a month-to-month basis signing people up for the opportunity. Getting people into the opportunity and realizing that not every person you sign up is going to be your home run. Because if you're only signing up one person a month, it's like buying one lottery ticket versus buying 20 lottery tickets. You're increasing your chances, even though it's going to be hard to win. You're still only giving yourself one chance versus, the multiple amount of chances that you actually do have. So if you love the company enough to sign up, then what's so hard for you to have somebody else fall in love with the company, or at least give somebody the opportunity? If you have an excited client, you have a potential member. If you have a client who's excited about, their 30 pounds lost or their 10 pounds lost, you have a member. And it's how you talk to the person. Don't talk to them as if you're going to sign them up as a health coach, because the word health coach implies like work having to be done. They have to coach somebody. There's something that you have to do. And when you sign up, you have to realize people work and operate in steps. So if you sign somebody up, you have the opportunity to become a valued member with Herbalife. All that it says is you're entitling yourself to a discount. And when they do sign up, then you run through the business plan with them. You see your discount is 25%. This is exactly what I did with my last client, who all of a sudden today hit me up and said she has 5 people that are interested, and she bought a pack of 3-day trials and is going to do 3-day trials. I didn't start her off by saying you want to start selling Herbalife. You want to be a distributor. All I said was you're buying products, you want to get 25% off. She said, yeah, of course. If I'm going to keep buying these shakes and these protein, especially if I'm going to buy it for me and my sister, I want to get a discount. Cool. Signed her up. When she signed up, I'm on the phone with her. I say, you seen your discount? It says 25%. Well, you have the option to get to 50%. Do you want me to show you how to do that? Well, sure. Run through the marketing plan. Now they're thinking about the different things that the opportunities that are there. All you have to do is get their foot in the door. It's steps. It's levels to this. You just got to follow it. And now she's talking about she wants to go all the way to 50%. Guess what happens? I now get to invite her to an event because she's a member. And she can stay the whole day. Her first event is free out here. I think it's going to be February Success Training Seminar. Get her in there. Who knows what can happen? But everybody wants to hit a home run right out the gate. You have to be strategic with everything you do. If you're an excited member, just get one of your excited clients to sign up. Step by step. And I promise you, if you continuously do that, like Mariah, Thomas want to sign up. He want to be a member. He told me I'm about frontline them on the phone, but I didn't want to do that. I wasn't finna steal your frontline. He tell me what everybody else says. Most people will tell us, I want to get a little bit more results before I be a coach. You know what I told him? I said, you have to earn the right to be a coach. I'm not telling you to sign up and become a coach. I'm just saying get your products for cheaper. We can talk about you coaching later. You might as well just sign up. You're going to reorder anyways. So go ahead and pay this little $70. Get your discount. Order however many more times you want to order. And when you want to become an active member, then let's talk. See, it's a difference. Because once you got them in, all you got to get is somebody in the door. You don't have to get them in there by swinging for the fence. You inch them in there. So that's a tip for everybody. I know everybody want to be global expansion team tomorrow. I know everybody want to hit Prestige next week. But guess what? If we are in this thing for life, we might as well play the game the right way. Because, I remember, when Super hit Press Team in 2 years, he was like, I got the rest of my life to be Press Team. He's like, I didn't need to hit it this fast because everything you get on the way is more than you was ever going to get anyways. Imagine being Global Expansion Team making $3,000 a month. Like, that's may not seem, some people are probably making that at their jobs now, $3,000 a month, but you get to do it with Herbalife, meaning you don't have to clock in, meaning you are on your own time, meaning nobody tells you when you can take vacations. I'm telling y'all, before my twin girls were born and before I was in a relationship, they was calling me Waldo. I was everywhere, catching flights all across. Oh, let me just shoot to Minnesota and be with my team for LDW. First class ticket, boom, out of here. No time off requested. And then when you get to millionaire team, you get to make $7,000 to $10,000 every month. Well, you can enjoy that for a year or 2 or 3, and then 5 years down the line, make president's team, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month. It's the things that you get in between that you have to be satisfied with. You have to say, if I'm doing my 2,500, volume points every month, I'm building a team every month, I'm getting something every single month. Be happy with where you are. Work. Be in action. But don't try to skip steps. There's a marketing plan for a reason. Whatever your next level is, embrace it. Whatever your next step is, embrace that. That is your next step. People used to always kill me when I used to get on Garen's calls and people were like, I'm going to press team, and they like a senior consultant. I'm like, you got like 30 steps between to hit, to get there. I never envisioned myself as a president's team member until this year. And this is a factual information. I've always said, I feel like I can maybe, I'm maybe mature enough and maybe at the work level enough to be a millionaire team member at best. It takes working on yourself. You can't say you want to be, a TAB team member or a global experience team member or a millionaire team member. You can't say you want to make $5,000 a month with Herbalife and your sacrifices don't add up. They don't match up. Your work every single day doesn't match up. I'm going to tell you guys what I do. It's not like a suggestion or recommendation. I'll just tell you guys what I do. I get up every day at 5:30, and I most of the time don't go to sleep until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all can't even tell how tired I am right now. And I have so many times where I want to take a nap. And then I have all of this memorabilia on my wall. And I have like a picture of my team. And I'm like, can't do it. Can't take this nap because, man, too many, everybody these days are sleeping on the opportunity. And to me, it don't even feel like a sacrifice. It feels normal. And the reason it feels normal is because if somebody's going to say, hey, listen, Steven, we'll pay you $10,000 a month. And I feel like I'm obligated to do everything to earn that. If somebody say they're going to pay you an extra $1,000 a month on top of everything, on top of your job, somebody's going to just say, hey, we're going to give you an extra $1,000 a month. You should feel obligated to do your absolute best to earn that. And if you aren't doing your absolute best to earn that extra $1,000 a month, you can't really get mad when it doesn't happen. So, it's definitely to a point where it's time we change our mindsets. We change how we think. Dream big. There is no playing safe in dreaming small. That's detrimental to your life. This is the last thing that I'll say too. I ran across a friend of mine at the gym. I thought she was like in her, I thought she was a little older than she was. But she was like, oh, I'm 36 years old. And she, when people just age bad because they just stressed and stuff. And I was just talking to her. And I was like, well, what do you do? She's like, well, I work at 24-Hour Fitness. And I'm like, what? Okay, what do you do there? I just work in, front desk. 36 years old, working the front desk somewhere. I get a free membership, and everything's cool. I get to work out for free, and my kids get daycare for free. What's gonna happen when you 46, when you can't work at a gym anymore, or 56, when you gotta sit down somewhere and you literally done nothing to create a stable life for you or your family? You've literally done nothing but get by for years and years and years. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when all of a sudden you look up and you're 40 years old and you've played it safe? Now you got to work until you're 60 years old. You got to find a job until you're 70 years old. Then you maybe can retire and be on a fixed income. Some of us are so young, we don't even realize this. I'm 28 years old, and I'm already like, hey, listen, by the time I'm 30, I'm trying to have everybody straight for the rest of my life. I'm trying to make sure my kids, if God willing, something happened to me, that willable asset that I can give them, I can give them my 10Y0 number. I'm trying to make sure that they're good. I don't know if you guys heard Brian Holyfield on the call about the future meal team retreat. They actually met somebody. I don't know if you guys have heard, if you've never heard, that Herbalife is a willable asset. You can put it in your will and pass it down to your kids. I don't know if anybody's ever heard that, but I'm telling you guys that, for future references for your family, Herbalife is a willable asset. And there was this guy who Brian Holyfield met at the Future Presidents team member, 20K Executive Presidents team member, Brian Holyfield. He met an individual, and he was talking to him. He was like, the guy was really quiet. And he asked him how long he been in the business, and the guy said 3 months. He's like, 3 months? He's like, how'd you get here? He's like, what's your paying level? And he said, Senior Executive Presidents team member. And he's like, how long you been in the business? He's like, well, I really have been doing it for 3 months, but my uncle, he was in the business for 12 years, and he, him and my brother, him and my dad did the business together. And they put me in their will, and they passed away last year, and they and Herbalife was in the will, so he took over. So he took over a senior executive president's team business. He went from, I don't know what he was doing before, to making $30,000 a month doing Herbalife, qualifying for all kinds of different things. If that's not the best way to build financial freedom forever, I don't know what is. You can pass this down forever. When I was at Target, my checks ain't gonna keep going to my kids. As soon as I stop working here, they're gonna stop coming. These are just things to think about, guys. There's no success in playing yourself small. I see people with daily declarations. I see people with declarations by the week. And all I'm doing is try to inspire you guys to get out of your comfort zone. Don't be scared to say something that you don't think you can reach. I say I'm getting 20K every month. I don't know when last time I got 20K. But at least if my mind is focused on that, it ain't focused on 2,500. And that's going to be easy to get, because it's not even on the checklist. And what I realized is when I went back down to doing 2,500, I was doing that because that's where my mind was. I was like, let me just get my 2,500 so I can collect my royalties and I can get my money. And that's what I hit every single month, around 2,500. But guess what? I told myself at the beginning of this year, just like Kylie in Orlando, I'm trying to get that thing done 2 weeks into the month. Check the volume right now, almost at 1,500. We're going to keep pushing. Why? It's a belief. Whatever you believe you can do is what you're going to do. So I know we went over a little bit, but whatever. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything that they would like to say before we get up off of here? Anything that they want to know? Oh, somebody just skedaddled off the call.
Yo.
Yes.
Hey, hold on 1 second. 13th. you had mentioned we didn't hit 2,500 yet, but we're declaring it. We're declaring it before tomorrow. We want to try to get it the day before the 15th. So that's our declaration.
You want to know my declaration? My declaration is to be number one back in my organization again.
Okay.
That's what I'm working for.
Okay, that's what's up.
And I'm coming to get my crown back.
Okay, good. We still shooting for that 75, so you better come on with it.
Listen, don't tempt me. I did 75 for 12 months straight, Playboy.
Appreciate the call, though.
Always.
All right.
No problem. All right. Anybody else or anything before we bounce off of here? See Shonda on the call. What up, Shonda? I see you over there with the no video. Newer member. Turn up. Welcome to the team. All right. If nobody has anything, I'm going to stop this recording. I'm going to unmute everybody. It's Wednesday, guys. It's Wednesday. We have a lot of stuff to qualify for. We have Miami coming up. Y'all know Miami, this the team promotion from Miami. Why not get a promotion to Miami when the weather's nice too? Ooh, Miami. Then we have LDW double volume this month towards LDW qualifications if you happen to want to sit VIP. And we got an active supervisor promotion if you happen to want to help yourself boost your volume to sit VIP at LDW. And we always going for the North American vacation starting this month. These are some things to shoot for, guys. So here we go. I'm going to unmute everybody. We're going to say goodnight. I'm going to stop the recording.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Thanks, Steven. Thank you.
All right. Catch y'all later.